Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to steer away from the CNC for a moment, and I'm going to introduce you to something that caught my eye not too long ago. Did you ever find yourself in a predicament where you're working on the table saw and you have a thin piece of material like this that you need to rip? Well, there's a number of ways you can do this, but most of the time it's unsafe. Well, I found a neat gadget that is going to help you do this in a very safe manner. So let's go take a look. Hey guys, Russ here, Blue Line CNC. Welcome back to the channel. What we're talking about today is actually something that has been on the market for a long time. It only caught my eye a couple weeks ago, and I thought it was pretty cool, and I wanted to introduce it to you in case you hadn't heard about it. And what it's called is the Thin Rip Jig. This one here is made by a company called Fulton. There's a lot of manufacturers out there that are making these things. They're all reasonably priced. I will put a link to this one that I got down in the description below in case you want to pick it up. I would love it if you ordered it from my link. That would be just awesome, and that would help me support, or that would help support the channel. So with that said, I'm not really into unboxings that much. In fact, I've never done an unboxing, but let's just, for the sake of argument, let's open this up and see what comes in here before we get into the nitty-gritty with this unit. All right, so let's take a look at what's inside here. The only thing I've done so far is open or cut the tape on here. And if you notice, it says Thin Rip Jig for narrow cuts on your table saw. It also has a little sticker on here or label that says finished product, do not open. Well, I don't know what they mean by that because we technically have to open the box to be able to use it. So anyway, inside here, when we get this box open, looks like we have some instructions here that tell us how to set it up and how to use it. Step by step, looks like it's got some safety instructions, basic tips for best results, setup and use of the Thin Rip Jig, and even other uses for the Thin Rip Jig. And it looks like we can use this not only on the table saw, but on the bandsaw and router table as well. And it only comes with the jig itself, wrapped in plastic for protection, and it's got a little bar that rides in your miter bar slots on your table saw, and it's got an adjustment knob which apparently allows you to adjust this, and it's got a roller bearing on the end where the stock rides. So let's follow the directions and get this set up on the table saw and see what we can do with it. All right, I'm going to do a voiceover for this part of the video just because it gets excessively noisy in the shop. The instructions to this Thin Rip Jig specifically say to make sure you're dealing with square stock and that, you know, it's all even and flush. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this is a piece of S3S oak. We're going to set it up against the fence, and we're just going to get rid of this dirty edge here. As always, guys, make sure that you use your hearing and eye protection when dealing with the table saw. And all I'm doing here is dropping the jig itself into the miter bar slot, and I'm positioning it per the instructions. It says to make sure that the jig is approximately 2 to 3 inches forward of the blade. So once we get it in position 2 to 3 inches in front of the blade, then we'll go ahead and we'll grab that handle and we'll lock it down so it doesn't move. The idea with the Thin Rip Jig is to position your stock up against that roller bearing and then loosen your fence, bring the fence up against the opposite side of the stock and run that stock through the blade. You don't want it to bind, but you don't want it to be too loose. You just got to find that happy medium. And once you do this once or twice, you'll really get the feel for it. It's not hard at all. And here you see me running that piece of oak through the table saw blade and getting a nice thin strip. And that is about it, guys. It's really that simple. So yeah, guys, pretty simple to set up and use. You saw it right there on the table saw. It was just a matter of positioning it, making sure our stock was where we wanted it, and ripping it through. And we didn't have any problems at all. Just follow the directions that it comes with. Hey guys, if you like my videos and you're not already a subscriber, please consider subscribing to the channel. It would be a huge help. And don't forget to hit the like button down below if you like this video, and hit the bell icon to be notified when I post new content. I really appreciate your patronage, and I really appreciate you sticking around and watching the video. So we'll see you on the next one. Thanks again.